Good afternoon, Pascal. I'm Corinne from Paris. How are you doing today? Thank you for joining
Corinne,
us.
good afternoon, Corinne. Nice to be with you again. We have met a long time ago in Vietnam. It's been quite some time.
Exactly, as an anthropologist filmmaker 15 years ago,
That's
definitely.
right.
Uh,
I was with Bombardier Aerospace when I was the chief representative to Vietnam. That's right.
could you present yourself a little bit
Sure.
more?
I'm a Swiss citizen. I'm a Swiss investment banker. I reside in Lucerne in Switzerland. Born here, raised here. I was working abroad in London, New York, in Asia, in banking, advising governments, heads of states. I'm representing here the establishment. I'm not part of an alternative anti-vax movement. I'm not part of a anti-COVID movement or some other movement. I am a vaccinated Swiss citizen who trusted the government on a safe, secure, and effective vaccination. I'm vaccinated 3 times by Pfizer mRNA injection, I call it. And I've taken certain action because I have learned certain things that are quite disturbing.
Would you please summarize the situation?
Sure. As we all were concerned when COVID broke out, there was a lot of panic in the media. And then came this super vaccine promoted by the government vaccination program. We trusted the government. In our case, it's Federal Council Alain Berset, who promoted it as safe, secure, one of the best vaccines on the market, and effective against contagion. With that came the COVID law, with the certificate. Now, on the 10th or 11th of October, Janine Small, that's very important, Pfizer manager, admitted in the European Parliament that the mRNA vaccine of Pfizer was never tested against infection contagion. In other words, she confirmed that the vaccine does not work, function against contagion, infecting others or being infected. It was a big shock. So I looked at the communication protocols. Where was the mistake in communication? There must be some mistake. I found a statement of the Federal Office of Public Health, which Alain Berset, the minister, is the head as well. His director for infection control, Madame Dr. Virginie Masseret, again, head of infection control, it's her job. She made a statement on August 3, 2021, saying that vaccinated people can as much as easily transmit the virus, are contagious like unvaccinated people. She confirmed in the Federal Office of Public Health in August 21 that, bottom line, the vaccine is not functioning. 3 months later, when Switzerland was voting, public vote, whether or not to accept the COVID law, Alain Berset, Federal Council, Minister of Health, head of the Federal Office of Public Health, promoted on television, on state television, and said, with the certificate, you can show you're sure that you are not contagious. We all thought, fantastic, we have a life. We get vaccinated, we get the green pass, we can go out, we can see our parents again, we can see people, we can have a life again. This also created a two-tier, a two-speed society, the vaccinated and the unvaccinated. The unvaccinated were discriminated, like Swissair, the airline. Pilots lost their jobs if they were not vaccinated. Cabin personnel lost their jobs if they were not vaccinated. It's going against the employment law of Switzerland. Things like that happened. So we had discrimination of the unvaccinated. That goes against the Swiss constitution. So in Article 6 of the Constitution of Switzerland, it says every citizen has the obligation, whatever means they have, to uphold the laws and justice of the country to protect the democracy. So I went to the police station. It's my right. I filed criminal charges against Alain Berset for abuse of office. That's Article 312 of the Swiss Criminal Code. You can Google that. And the police went to the prosecution of the canton of Lucerne and then went to Bern. It's now in procedure, in process with the federal prosecutor of the Swiss Confederation. And the file is here. The confirmation is here. The procedure has been opened, and I will have to submit some more answers, which I'm preparing to file. And voila, it's the first case, I think, worldwide where a head of state is facing criminal charges for misrepresenting the effectiveness of the vaccine program.
And what are the next steps?
Next steps, I leave it to the juge d'instruction, to the federal prosecutor. It's their job. How they're going to do it, what they do. Do they use police to confiscate communication? Do they use police to confiscate reports, studies? I don't know. I'm not the prosecutor. I have ideas what I would do, but it's not my job. I believe our justice is correct, is pure, is clean. I trust our Swiss justice. I'm Swiss. I will die for this government, for this, not government, for this country, for the democracy. And voila, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it for all of the Swiss people and maybe for all of the world who observe how this criminal case is being handled now by the Swiss justice.
Do you have scientific information to share with us as well?
I have spoken to a professor from Germany. He's been involved in the development of mRNA since 20 years. Last night at my home here in this house, which is 500 years old, he confirmed to me that the spike protein, which is injected, will be out of control once it's injected in the body. There is no prescription what dosage per kilogram of body weight has to be injected or not. It's completely unclear. The mRNA substance is classified, in my view, what I learned from the professor, who is a medical doctor by training, it is to be classified below the stage of experimental medicine. In other words, it is a direct conflict with the Nuremberg War Crimes Tribunal resolutions and codes of 1947, which says the government is not allowed to inject medicine or substances into populations that is experimental or below.
Do you feel yourself some consequences from the vaccine or your relatives?
So far, I'm fine, knock wood. My mother is 80, she's fine, knock wood. My wife also 3 times vaccinated because we trusted the minister. We trusted him. Je me suis trompé. I made a mistake. But it's too late now. It's inside. I don't, by the way, I don't want any compensation. It's not that. I want justice, the truth to come out. I have to also add, it's important for your report, Mr. Berset, Alain Berset, is presumed innocent. Whatever I talk here, he's presumed innocent. It's an open procedure. It's a running case, so leave it at that. I hope that we progress with the justice to define the truth, to work on the COVID dossier, to bring out the truth, because Switzerland will be coming out of this stronger, more resilient. Although it's a scandal, it's important to reveal, because it cannot happen the second time to humanity. It's impossible.
And you have numbers about pregnant women, about cancers?
Well, the statistics of Zurich, Canton of Zurich, show us in 1 year the birth rate dropped 30% in 1 year. 30% drop. This kind of volatility has never happened before. You know, maybe 5%, 7%, 4%. There's a hospital here nearby, small hospital. They have an average ratio of 4 to 5 stillbirths, dead-born babies. This year, 29. So I leave the statistics as they are. The other statistics very interesting. The vaccination program, the more there was vaccinations, the more the infections went up. It proves what Janine Small admitted of Pfizer in the European Parliament in October, that the injection does not prevent you from getting the virus or being contagious to others.
And what about cancer increasing as well?
I have friends who have children in the age of 20 to 40. They all of a sudden the ladies got breast cancer. One case got skin cancer, it's called black skin cancer, like that, and lung cancer as well. They call that turbo cancer, all of a sudden, out of the blue. And they all were vaccinated and are traceable back to the vaccine or to the injection. I'm in touch also with a lawyer here, Maître Kruse. He represents the Swiss victims. There's 3 dead Swiss people who are confirmed dead because of this injection, and 20 cases of severe medical conditions. He has filed criminal charges against Swissmedic, which is the government body authorizing medicine to go to the people in this country.
Well, Pascal, thank you very much for your bravery and your precious time and expertise. We were live from Paris. I wish you the best, and hopefully everyone can catch up on your YouTube channel to have.
Yes, please go to Concrete Pascal Najadi on YouTube. I have one more thing to say in this situation to everybody. Let us remain calm, strong, and united. In this way, we will be remaining free people. It's very important. No violence, no demonstrations. Calm, strong, and united. In this COVID dossier, we have to learn. We have to take the consequences, and those who made those mistakes have to take the consequences. And justice will do it, I'm sure. I believe in Swiss justice.
And I believe you'll be an example for other countries and other people to do exactly the same. So yes. Thank you so much, Pascal, for your time again and expertise.
Thank you, Corinne, for your time and for your efforts to bring this news out to the people.
You're very welcome.
Bye-bye. Au revoir.
Bye. Thanks.